Hello, and welcome back to Geneforge. You may notice that there is a bit more of the map open, which, yeah, I spent the last 3 minutes recording, but I forgot to put the voice side on, so yeah, that didn't really work out. So, restarting. Fortunately, I noticed sooner than later, and we didn't actually run into any important conversations. But yes, we are picking up where we left off, just entering Pentil, and pretty much just decided that we were going to clear out the map, get it all open up, and then we'll just kind of go from there. We have two quests, nothing much. It is just the one to meet Pixley, which I don't know if that's going to be anything much. It's just the trade related stuff. And then there's the general one to meet the Obeyers. But I assume we'll probably learn quite a bit here. And I also assume we're going to get some more quests. So that'll be good. Nothing was taken in there. That one is locked, but I didn't bother using a tool on it. And yeah, we didn't get far, luckily. I'm glad I noticed. It started flashing, and I thought I had to replace the battery, but I realized no, that was the flashing screen saying, but it's like, if you leave it on, but you're not recording, it starts flashing and it shows the battery, but it's a reminder of hey, this is on and you're using battery, not that the battery's low, but fortunately it alerted me, so that worked. Yeah, this is all we got to, so, I talked to one servile guard actually, so let's do that really quick. Not that they actually said anything much, but just for reference, I was checking for people with names, but yes, they said, yeah, the servile guard is completely obedient, cooperative, and in awe of you. However, he doesn't know anything very useful. But yeah, so the Obeyers, the interesting ones. I was just thinking about the different factions so far. It's like, the Awakened, they seem pretty rational, I would say. They seem to have figured things out for the most part. They want independence. Some of them have mixed feelings about Shapers, but overall I feel like it's pretty reasonable. The Obeyers seem like they might be more cult fanatic type towards the Shapers or something or maybe they just, we don't know enough yet, but that seems like the potential thing of it. I don't know how much they like Shapers. Is it like worship? Is it, do they just see them as their creators and stuff? I don't know. But then you got the Takers, which apparently don't like us, and they want to assassinate the leader of the Awakened. So we're a bit all over the place with what's going on. Definitely going to just need to talk to everyone, and I don't know I assume it's, I'm guessing that's the Takers one. So it might be a minute before we actually meet them. I could see a few, I guess we'll probably have to go up that bridge and around. And if it's as dense as this, we might be looking at, it might be a few episodes before we get to meet the Takers. But nonetheless, we'll worry about the Obeyers for now. I'll also be curious to see how the Obeyers talk at the others too. Should be interesting. Oh wow, what the hell? 8 living... Oh, a key is mentioned. I will leave you alone for right now. If they like us, they should give us a key, right? Maybe? Okay, that also mentions a key. Yeah, that's curious then. And it's also looking smaller than I expected sort of here. All this outside gets taken up by these just, I guess this is meant to be like a castle, based on these walls, and you got the pillar things going on here. But it also takes up quite a bit. I was sort of, I don't know what one of them, wherever it said about this place sort of being bigger than Valkyrie and stuff like that. I thought it would be sort of a bit more grand, but it actually doesn't seem that large so far. Still plenty of people to talk to, I'm sure, around here, but it does look similar to, I don't know, I feel like Valkyrie was larger. It sort of had, different area. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just felt more open. Okay, we've got McCall Blade. That sounds... Have we met or heard of them? I'm not sure. It sounds sort of familiar. Full disclosure, I've only had 4 hours sleep, so my brain's worse than usual, so yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully you'll be okay. It's sort of it's one of them times where it's I'm not yawning and feeling tired, but my whole body just sort of feels off. My brain's got that slight fog over it type of thing. It's one of those where I just need to get that good night's sleep. A nap's not going to do it. Yeah, just thought I should note about that. If I get I think I'll be fine, but if, for example, if I'm stumbling with text, I'll probably take a break and pick it up later or something. Ooh, what the fuck? The floor in here is spattered with blood. The drops are dry but not old. What are the serviles doing back here? Yeah, this is a lot more questionable than anything I saw with the Awakened, I think. Like, seriously, what? And this is near a kitchen? Alright, I guess... Okay, I'm just gonna hope that that was a weird place to chain up cattle or something. Okay. Definitely gonna have to have a chat to you. And what do we got? Chesh? Oh, Chesh. That was the one from out... Yeah, it was, yeah. The one who was meant to help us but didn't, but we actually guided back here. Natalie, we haven't talked to you before. Okay, this looks like a storeroom of some sort. Is that farmer's hole? Yeah, it's close enough. And what do we got? Woodworkers. Okay, hello Godwin, how you doing? We continue your work. Ooh. I'm wondering now if the Obeyers have sort of like gotten into Shaper magic or something. Like wanting to sort of, yeah. I could see that happening if they're sort of fanatics about us type of thing. Yeah, let's take a look at the merchants. Oh, several serviles have set up tables in the courtyard. Though the rogues plaguing them have dramatically reduced trade, the Obeyers used to do a lot of business here. The merchant looks up at you. Strangely though, the Obeyers practically worship you. This merchant is very uncomfortable. Greetings, mighty Shaper. I am honoured that you have found the time to inspect my humble wares. I hope that you will forgive me, but times are very tight, and I must ask much more for my goods than I would like to. Okay. How has trade been lately? Oh Shaper, since rogues started roaming everywhere, it has been very dangerous. We have been unable to scavenge for equipment and Shaper artifacts, and we have not been able to carry goods between settlements. If only one of the bridges to the east were clear, life would be much easier. Hopefully someone will come and help us in our time of need. The servile looks at you hopefully. Okay, I guess we might be doing some bridge clearing. And I would like to trade, thank you. What do we got? Oh, we got 4 of them. Our cash supply isn't doing well, but let's grab what we can of those, and I think we'll grab 2 of them. Yeah, we want spores. I can't believe we're not doing too well there. Is there anything we can sell? I guess we can sell those. I haven't really been using those, so why not? Do we want these ones? Maybe? I don't want to spend too much on the shop right now. It's fine. I'll worry about selling stuff some other time. Let's just take a look at these. I guess we won't buy anything, but we'll have a look. Strange... Okay, same message. Yep, same message again. Okay, they just have some basic food, although it is all cheap, isn't it? Okay, what do you got? And looks like the same message once again. Yeah, same message. And okay, nothing too interesting. Probably a couple things better than us. Yeah, I don't think anything much we really need to worry about right now. Did that add any sort of quest? No, we may get a more formal request to clear out the east, we'll see. Got some orcs, how you doing? Can we... Yeah, we're almost lit up this area already, like, it definitely seems smaller than Vikiri. Like, I don't know, I don't mean like literally that it is actually a smaller area. I just mean like the feel of this is smaller than Vikiri as a place, sort of thing. Hello. This is one of the serviles who grew food. What? This is one of the serviles who grow food and raise meat for Pentil. Oh, read that weird. Her hard work has given her rough hands and strong muscles. Not a surprise. Many serviles back home work as farmers. She bows to you. I am pleased by your attention, Shaper. I hope I can help you. Tell me about your farm. It is outside the west gate. Now that the gate has been cleared, we are starting to return to our lands. We will repair the damage. I'm looking for information. Is there anyone here who can help me? Rydell is our leader and one with the most knowledge. He is the leader of the Obeyers. I know that he would be honoured by a visit. His hall is at the west side of the central building. Okay. You're a farmer. Can I have some food? I'm actually good for food, so I won't just take their shit. Thank you, Shaver. You are very kind. Well, I think all I did was not ask you for free shit, so if that's kind, sure. And what's that on the ground? Board game. I don't need it, but I want it. And nothing in there. Hello, Servile. Looks like the same messages. Okay. Alright, that's that. And what do we got left? Okay, we have this area. Oh, there's a fair chunk there. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just... Yeah, the way that... It was only like one thing that said it, but I thought it was going to feel a bit more grand just compared to Vikiri. Which way do we go? This way. Yes. Let's get that little bit lit up. Oh, there's where we can top up our essence. Although I think we may... I'm not sure. Though the servos of Pentil claim total obedience to the Shapers, it is very strange what you find in here. It is a Shaper laboratory, once used for shaping new creations. It has been scrupulously maintained by the Serviles. It also looks like that despite the absence of Shapers for many years, this lab has been in use. The Serviles here seem to have been trying to use Shaper powers on their own. Very strange, and forbidden. This bears further investigation. I don't record that. Yeah, so it is like sort of touching on what I said about... Oh, yeah, because they just... Wow, they've got... Okay. Is that named? Do they name it Masked Sun? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. They seem to actually have some names. Learned Jaffe. Hello, Jaffe. How you doing? Okay. Interesting. Possibly concerning. Yeah, I think we already had max... Yeah, we need 5 spare anyway. Can we open this? Oh, another one that takes 8 living tools. Okay. I'm curious as to where this key may come from. Did we run into Pixley? I feel like I actually saw the name Pixley but didn't pay any attention to the fact I did. Where was that? I'm pretty sure we went straight past Pixley, didn't we? Well, Pixie was... What did they describe Pixley as? You met a merchant named Cole in the village of Akiri. He told you how the rogues of Susha have kept the servers from trading with each other. He wanted you to ask someone in Pixley if they could resume trade. Okay, I assume they're just a... Whoa, what? I assume they're just a merchant of some kind. Oh, yeah, so Pixley, right. Okay, let's also... Can we... Okay, there was no real reason for that, but well, we've only got this area left. Alright, let's clear it out, then we'll talk to Pixley, I think, first. We have a few people to go through. I just want to get the map open. Because it amounts to quite a bit of dialogue between them all. I need to sip some coffee. This library is both impressive and pitiful. It is a monument to the obey worship of the Shapers. The shelves are piled with scrolls. You pick up one and inspect it, and then another. They are records, bureaucratic notes of the colony here before it was abandoned. Inventories, note, bureaucratic mundanity. They aren't the originals, though. They are copies, painstakingly made and kept legible by servile scribes in case the Shapers ever return. The records are worthless, though. Whatever information they contain has been rendered obsolete and useless by years of abandonment. So much time was wasted here, just because the serviles thought your people might appreciate it. Okay. It seems like, yeah... It's I'm not sure how to take it so far. Because obviously, if they really, really sort of revere us and all that stuff, yeah, like, it seems like it may go more to fanaticism. Because, like, I mean, as touched on here, this is forbidden if they're doing Shaper magic. And you think if they really like us, or however you'd best phrase that, they wouldn't exactly be dabbling in things that are forbidden. So, yeah, I don't know. So look at this, the common. There are 2 sorts of humans, Shapers and the common. The Shapers, guardians and agents are the highest class of human society. They rule. They use their awesome powers as they see fit, for the good of humanity and creations alike. Then there are the common. These are mundane humans with no shaping powers. They can be wealthy and powerful, but they will never rule. They can't learn shaping powers. If they do, they are killed. Oh, that's... Becoming a Shaper is not hereditary. Children are tested for shaping aptitude. Those who possess it and have the morality and control to wield it properly are elevated. The common accept the rule of the Shapers happily. They have no choice. Okay, seems there's some real, like, Sounds very authoritarian on the shaper part. Like, that part, like, they can't learn shaping powers. If they do, they are killed. Like, that's a really significant line just there. Alright, does this door open? Yes, it does. Oh, okay. Leave it alone. And Shaper Records, maybe. Shaper Records. Oh, I guess they're the same. Oh, looks like we can take that, despite it actually having value. Alright, cool. And that just leaves us with this area, I guess. Yeah, we've got quite a few people to talk to, actually. And farmer. Okay, I guess this is just a little hut thing. I assume this is probably where Rydell is then. It's a bizarre, yeah. Alright. So far it's interesting enough. Not that we've talked to anyone. Oop. The massive hall is arranged with rows of crude benches. An old Shaper throne, salvaged by the Obeyers, is at the far end. It is too large for the serviles, but they use it anyway. This is the meeting hall of Pentil, and the heart of the Obeyers sect. From here, the plans of the serviles are set into motion, all with the sole intention of pleasing the Shapers. Yeah, but is it though? You know? This is significant, this part, it seems like. The fact that it's forbidden for them to do that. You have returned. Well, that's one way to put it. Alright, well, I don't want to start with the leader. I don't know, I just don't want to start with the leader. I'd prefer to talk to the people around first. Just in case anything changes or what have you. And probably should do a quick save. And a super quick check that OBS didn't pause. I don't like alt-tabbing like that, but it's worth it to make sure. So, how you doing, Pixley? You meet a happy servile, good-natured despite the horrors that surround her. Your approach elevates her from happiness to ecstasy. The Shaper, visiting me, I am honoured. I am Pixley, leader of the Travellers, the ones who move things about, who roam the whole isle. Sometimes to aid the Shapers, sometimes for ourselves. It is the greatest honour to meet a Shaper at last. So that's... yeah. How are you aiding the Shapers when there's none here? Like, it seems like though it's more like they've taken all upon themselves to do what they think the Shapers will want. That may come in many forms. Yeah. You travel? My ancestors scouted to move supplies for the Shapers. We do the same thing now. We keep the routes of travel clear so that we may serve your kind in the same way when you return. Since you have been travelling, you must know how dangerous our task is. Yeah, it's not great out there. Tell me what lies east of here. First there is a river, spanned by 2 bridges, crumbling but intact. Then heavy woods. You will find many rogue creations, but servile outposts as well. Some of them will aid you, then the deadly area of Kaz swarming with takers. Then a few jagged rock peaks, then water again. What lies to the north? Desolate wastes with rogues and little else. Beware of that area, Shaper. Not even my folk travel up there. What has made things especially dangerous? She shakes her head. It's the bridges. The river to the east is spanned by 2 bridges, and they're both blocked. They're guarded by rogues. I have lost two drovers there, both killed. Is it drivers? It is the sort of horrible thing we have been hoping the Shapers would rescue us from. If you're able to clear one of the bridges for us, we will be thankful. What sort of rogues? It varies, but large, powerful varieties, even bigger than the Volition roamers that plague us. Where did these rogues come from? We don't know. Rogues have been invading servile lands for 3 years now. They all come from the north. Most of them we can deal with, but it gets worse every month. Okay, from the north, so... there was those things we saw on the map, one up in the desert and one over more that direction, best I can show, where it looked like there was things going into the mountains, so I wonder if there's stuff going on there. I wish to find a boat in your travels. Have you seen one? I wish I could meet your every need, Shaper, but I have never seen a boat, but she thinks. One of my scouts told me that she saw a ship recently, near the shore south of here. She tells you how many days ago. Coincidentally, it was the same day you were attacked and swam to this island. She was travelling through the tombs. To get there, go south through the Pentil woods, then east. If you explore the shore, you might find something. Okay. My craft was attacked by a ship about then. What? It attacked a Shaper? Please don't believe we had anything to do with it. Serviles don't build ships. Rightio. I mean, I really don't know what it would have been, so... it could have been nothing to do with this island, as far as we know yet. Pixley smiles. What could be more important than hearing the words of a Shaper? I have waited my whole life to serve one in person. Well, Pixley seems friendly. I have a message from Cole in Vikiri. He wants to resume trade with you. Before you arrived, I would have said it would be futile. Too many rogues. You have helped clear the route between here and there. Tell Cole that I will do my best to begin sending goods. He must be patient, though. It'll take time. There is still danger on the roads. Alright, fair enough. Makes sense. Nice to meet you, Pixley. So I guess we have to actually talk to him and then it'll complete or something. I do wish the quiz... This is probably the one thing, like, that I wish was updated more, I think, so far. I really wish you could... I know I've said it already multiple times, but I really wish you could see old quests. I wish everything that was remotely a quest got actually set here. And that they sort of had updates to them. But I feel like this setup already perfectly allows for it. You don't have to have a little tab, or as I said, I think one of my examples was having them down here, but they're grayed out. You can still select them, but they're grey to show they're completed or something. I don't know. I think it would be good. Anyway, yeah, we got clear a bridge. Pixley is the leader of the scouts and merchants in Pentil. She told you that 2 bridges spanning the river east of Pentil have been blocked by traps and rogue creations. I don't remember hearing about traps, but yes, if you cleared the threats off one of the bridges, she'll be grateful. And it's mentioning how there's 2 in one of the bridges multiple times, so does that mean we can clear either one of them? Or... Oh, okay, so I guess that must lead off down to there then or something. Alright, interesting. And who do we want to have a little chat to next? Who's down in here? Was there anyone with a name here? No? I thought there was someone. Did we check this chest? No, we did not, but... Oh yeah, we can actually take those. Yeah. Why not? How you doing, Wormy? You didn't want to have a look? Oh, I'm clicked on the Larry. Whoops. Let's just jump. We're going a bit away from where we were, but this really made me curious up here. Let's go see what's going on there. Actually, yeah, no, stick with the decision. We'll go. I think we'll go to Jaffe next. Yeah, because there's some questionable and interesting stuff going on around here, it would seem. And we'll talk to McCall Blade. It's quite the interesting name, and I'm just going to have a sip of coffee before we start that. Hello, how you doing? You doubt that you will ever get used to seeing serviles like this, tall, armoured, and trained with weapons. Fortunately, you have little to fear from this one. It's all he can do to keep from throwing himself to the floor at your feet. Okay. Welcome, Great Shaper. I am McCall Blade, commander of the armed serviles here. We have waited so long for the return of your kind. There are so many foes facing us, and so little we can do to oppose them, without help. Seems like they more want stuff from me than to help me, but we'll see. I want to learn more about Pentil. I'm not much of a talker. You could learn more from Rydell, about our wars, about the Obeyers. You're an Obeyer? Of course, all of Pentil is. We are proper serviles. We act like we're supposed to. Shapers gave us life, and we are grateful. We have stayed loyal so that you don't destroy us when you return. Okay, that's kind of sad, but I getcha. What are your wars? We are surrounded by rogues, rogue monsters, rogue serviles, insolent awakened, interesting, to the west, mad takers to the east. We tried to teach them the error of their ways, then we had to fight them. We have been fighting for many years. I see. Yes, that's the thing. Why not ignore them? We only do what we think Shapers would want, because that is what is right, and because we don't want you to punish us. You know, I'm starting to get some... I mean, we have no real basis for it yet, but I could definitely see some manipulative leader getting in place, you know, fear-mongering about the Shapers' return, and in fact, you know, basically they're sort of doing whatever they want. All these people follow them in fear because they're always, you know, pushing the whole Shaper return. They'll punish you if you don't do, you know, that type of deal. I could definitely see something like that going on. No idea if that is the case. You know, the leader here could be exactly the same, but I could definitely see something like that going on. You need my help? What is wrong, Servile? Rebellion, rogue serviles. Our warriors in the Thorny Wood must block in a band of dangerous rogue serviles. This task wastes valuable forces. If you could slay them, it would be most helpful to your loyal serviles here. Where is this? If you leave the city gates to the east and travel down the road to the south, you will reach Thorny Woods. Along the central road you will find our outpost. What makes you think these serviles are rude? They are inutile, cast-offs from Kaz, we think. They won't work with us to follow your will. They squat on your lands and steal food from us. We don't have the food to spare. Why haven't you destroyed these rogues yourself? They have protected themselves with traps and guards. We cannot eliminate them without losses we can't afford, not with Kazgan and Valkyria always looking for weaknesses. Okay. So it is interesting to hear them warring, like on the Awakened side. I feel like we didn't hear much of that. Like there was obvious differences, but I didn't get the impression that the Awakened saw these other two as enemies necessarily. Like not at that level. I don't know. I could be misremembering certain. Yeah, I don't know. Tell me about the threats around you. Where to begin? There are raiders and infiltrators from Kaz. There are the rogues. There are even rumors of evil humans on our isle. All humans are barred from Susha, and yet they came. Tell me more about humans. I've never seen one. I've only heard rumors. They look different. They speak a strange tongue. They came here on ships from far away. Each one of them has the strength of 10 Thards, and they can shoot beams of flame from their eyes. Okay. This is all a rumor though. Some of it might not be reliable. Where did the rogues come from? We don't know. They first started to come about 3 years ago. First alone or in pairs, small and twisted, then more, then hordes. I hear there are even creatures that hide in caves and spawn the rogues themselves. Yes, there is something like that around, it would seem. At first it was a nuisance, now it threatens us all. What about the spies from Kaz? Kazg is a village to the east. It is a sick place, consumed by the beliefs of the Takers. They would lead us in rebellion against your kind. The horror, I can't bear to think of it. They send raiders here all the time to punish us for our loyalty. Do not worry though, when we capture a Taker, we deal with it. Ooh. Is that, how? Quickly, in a way that ensures they never question the Shapers again. We never hesitate to do your will. That's all for now, buddy. Yeah. And how is it, yeah, this room suddenly become a lot more questionable. Yeah, okay. I'm really getting more of that vibes of the potential, like a cult leader who's using Shape of Fear or something, because how exactly are you doing our will when we haven't given you any instructions, or no Shapers have, I mean. It's more like they're doing what they believe we want, and that's a very different thing. Like, I mean, for one, they're obviously generalizing Shapers, which that's not a, like, it's not like Shaper, like Shaper is a, I don't know, like what would you call it, a class almost? Like as in like, not like typical fantasy world class options. I mean like, you know, like the higher class in society type of thing. I mean, they're the rulers of society. But they'd obviously all be different and have, you know, I don't know, it's, yeah, I feel like there's going to be some real weird shit going on here. Yeah, let's talk to Chesh. This servile guard has been beaten severely, the result of intense recent combat. His shoulder is bandaged and his face is bruised. He looks familiar. Welcome, Shaper, I am Chesh. I just came from a fierce battle in the fields to the west. It is good to see that you are well. How did the fighting at the gate go? It was easy enough after you cleared the gate. We only had to mop up the stragglers. Apart from our receiving a sound thrashing at the hands of a huge Thad, we had no serious difficulties. I'm pretty sure we handled all of that and guided you here, but sure. What are you doing now? I am only part of the town watch until I am better. The moment I am ready, I will be patrolling the bridges to the east, watching for rogue serviles and Taker scum. I can't wait to begin fighting again, in the name of our creators. Having you here inspires us all, Shaper. Yeah, they really seem to not like the Takers. Like that, yeah. Okay. Chesh is wary and battered, but he's determined to continue his patrols. Okay, I guess that's all from him. Alright, that's, yeah, I'm getting less settled. Like the Takers, I mean, the Awakened, I said they're still in favor to me. I would say a lot more so far. These guys are creeping me out. There's way too much blind following here. The Awakened seem more rational, but in a real way. They're not like I don't know. They're not of one mind. They seem to have different feelings about Shapers and stuff. Most of them not leaning into hatred though. They seem to just genuinely want to be treated equal and sort of probably hope we aren't trying to fuck with them. But I said there could be more to learn about them. It's just, The impressions here is a lot different. Let's say hello to Natalie though. The serval is young, but she moves as if she wears a heavy burden. Her hands show signs of hard work, but her robes are free of dirt. When she sees you, she kneels. A single tear runs down her cheek. I heard, but I did not dare believe. It is true. After all our waiting, you have returned to us. Welcome, Shaper. I am Natalie. Natalie, head of the farmers. I have trained the serviles as you would wish. Okay. Tell me about the farmers. She is exhausted, and her eyes are still red. Still, she manages to talk. We serviles always grew food for the Shapers of Susha Island. When you left, we knew you would return. We are able to resume service to our creators. For generations, we have trained our children to grow food for you. Okay. What did you do with the food since we weren't here? Of course, eating the food ourselves helped us survive to serve you better. Okay. I saw your farms. I also cleared the rogues away from the Rascade. Oh, Shaper, I know. Thank you. Thank you. Even now we are sending out farmers to repair the damage. Thanks to you, we will not starve. You came to solve problems when all was worst, and we were taught you would. Yeah, taught we... Who's... Yeah, okay. Why are you so tired? She lowers her head, leaning closer to you for strength. Not long ago, my bonded was lost. His name was... Hudge? He was cutting wood. Avlish poisoned him, and he died. Oh, well, that sucks. Damn, that sucks. For a time, I questioned how the Shapers could abandon us. I wondered how they could let these things happen to us. In the end, Rydell came to me. What does it mean to be bonded? He was my mate, my love. Interesting. Though you knew that serviles were fertile and could reproduce, because it would be a waste of effort to magically create all that are needed, you never thought about what their mating rituals would be like. Okay. I'm sure there's some Shapers who have thought about that plenty, but we won't say anything more on that. It isn't something Shapers pay attention to. Yeah, sure, buddy. What did Rydell say? He told me how it was all for the best. He told me how you understood all, and you made sure it was all happening for a reason. It was a great comfort to me. Please, Shaper, forgive me for my doubts. Yeah, okay, Rydell was right. Sometimes our creations must suffer, but it is necessary for the good of all. Very different contexts, okay? Rydell was wrong. We never gave a thought to you. That you were made to suffer like this was a terrible thing. It's servile business. I'm not really concerned. See, I feel mixed about some of this because, like, are we even really a Shaper? You know? Like, I mean, we are, but we're like in training. Like, it's hard to sort of gauge our character's backstory to a degree. Like, how much is he involved with the Shaper world? I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know what to say here. Because I feel like this is sort of more in line, but I don't necessarily want to be sort of calling out their leader before I've talked to him, shaken up the place a little. It's like, you know, this place is already weird, and if I'm like, Rydell was wrong, that could be taken the wrong way. That seems a tad cold. Can I just, like, leave it at that? I suppose I can. I don't have to actually say anything. Yeah, I think I'd just be like, I just nod my head, I understand. Because, ew, it's just... I feel bad about her mate, or her love, or her bonded one, something. This place is just really weird. Alright, let's talk to Godwin, I guess. This burly servo has a pair of axes at his belt, one on either side. He is grim, restless, and not entirely in awe of you. The meeting hall, once quite grand, has been converted into a lumberyard. The smell of freshly cut wood is heavy in the air. I'm Godwin, he says. I'm the head of woodsmen. I keep serviles trained in the ways, so when you Shapers return, we can fetch wood for you. You are a servile woodsman? Aye, fetching wood and shaping planks were two of the main things you Shapers use serviles for. That started a long time ago. Now we make sure to train you woodsfolk, generation to generation. We must always be able to obey your will, though it's been difficult. And you must always obey the Shapers? Always, if they are true Shaper, one who believes in maintaining the old ways of things. You aren't an obeyer, so you don't understand. But we will obey you and take our part in the grand way of things, and give you a proper gratitude for our creation. What sort of difficulties? Nothing that will surprise you. Rogues, Vlish, lots of them in the woods to the south. They aren't tough. Run a few of us at them with run a few of us at them with axes and we can take them down quick. But then next week, they're back. They keep reappearing and we can't figure out from where. Perhaps they could figure out where the Vlish are coming from. Perhaps you could. We have always hoped Shapers would return to help us, but I never thought it would happen. But if it did, I would be sure grateful. If you go to the woods to the south and find the source of the Vlish and remove it, we would be grateful. Okay, I can probably do that. What is all this wood for? Warmth, tools, cooking fires. Also, we're running out of space in the original stone buildings. We've been making our own huts and holes out of wood. How do you decide where to make settlements? It was hard. Shapers always told us where to build before. We had to figure out how to do it on our own when things got bad. Bad? When we were sleeping stacked 3 high in the original buildings, we just outgrew your original settlements. We don't know if Serval's making buildings on our own follows the true will of the Shapers. There is argument, but we had no choice. That's all for now. Okay. So it seems like there's still a bit of variance in how they may feel here, but it does as they all seem to be quite servile, which I guess is fitting to their name, but yeah. Okay, we have someone. Who have we got left? Is there anyone in here? I feel like we may have already checked here. Right, that's the one that took 8, isn't it? Yeah, leave it alone. Let's do a quick save. Yeah, oh right, this is just wrapping around here, isn't it? Just making sure. So, we have the 2 learneds. We have Jaffe. Person's name there, I've already forgotten. There was no one in there. Yeah, so Danya and Jaffe. Is there anyone else? We wouldn't. Yeah, we must be missing a couple. I mean, Rydell, obviously. Is there someone in here? No. Farmer. I feel like there must be someone else I've missed, right? We talked to Pixley. Did we get any other quests there? Oh, we did. Okay. Destroyed and rebel. In Pentil, you met McCall Blade, leader of the guards there. He told you about a band of rogue takers hiding in Thorny Wood. These woods are southeast of Pentil. He has to waste valuable troops keeping these rebels bottled in. He wants them destroyed. Okay. Yeah. Find source of Vlish. Godwin gathers wood in the woods south of Pentil, but rogue Vlish have forced him to hide in town. There is a serious rogue problem out there. He would like you to figure out where the monsters are coming from and eliminate the source. Yes, indeed. Alright. Do we just go too far? Yes, we did. Okay, back here. Let's see what Jaffe's got to say about, yeah, forbidden practices, I guess. You mean... I need a sip of coffee. That's good stuff. You meet an old servile alchemist. That is what he must be, as strange as it is. Servals can be used as laboratory assistants, but this one clearly aspires to be something more. You smell the sulphur stink of living fioras nearby. Welcome, Shaper, the old serval says. I am Jaffe of the Obeyers. I have been here long and learned much. I am sure there is much you want to know about this isle. I can help you. Fantastic. What sort of work are you doing here? What is this lab for? Do not fear, Shaper. I am not following the arts forbidden to us serviles. I would never attempt to try to make my own creation. I have been trying to tame existing creations. I would control rogues and have them fight for us instead of against us. I expose them to training, to beating, and to essence, and appeal to their natural obedience to true Shaper thoughts. Okay, does it work? It does, sometimes, sort of. Most of the rogues we capture do not survive the taming. A few have, all fioras. Oh, they fight for us now in some places. We need all the defenders we can get to survive. Tell me some of what you have learned. Jaffe bows his head. I am ashamed, Shaper. I cannot bear to expose my ignorance to you. It would be too humiliating. You try to convince him to help you, but his shame is too great. Okay, I have another question. Jaffe watches you quietly. He isn't as awestruck by you as the other Obeyers, but he clearly finds you to be very interesting. There is much I would like to learn from you. I am sure there is. However, I can only share my knowledge with an ally of the Obeyers. I know much, and I cannot afford to aid anyone who I'm not sure follows the true designs of the Shapers. So you're saying I'd have to join the Obeyers for you to share your knowledge? That's... I mean, yeah, I'm finding it... There's some weird, like, cult-like thing about this. Okay. Doesn't seem to actually have anything more to say, then. Yeah, I'm wondering, maybe if we join them, that's when we get the key for some of this stuff. Otherwise, we're probably going to have to use living tools. Alright. Definitely the, like, very weird vibes. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of the Obeyers so far. It's just all weird. I think talking to Rydell is probably gonna... Yeah, that'll probably be the most interesting. His attitude will be... I don't know. Yeah, this is just... Yeah, it's weird. Although... I don't know if Rydell... Wait, is he the leader of the Obeyers? I guess he is. I was just thinking, like, because in Vikiri you had Kobar there, but he wasn't actually the leader of the Awakened. He was just the leader of Vikiri. So I didn't have a similar here, but I do think Rydell was said to be the leader. At last, you meet a servile who's doing a servile's job. Many of her kind do record keeping and other indoor administrative work. These smarter variants are too weak to be used for farming and fighting. This female displays the respect and awe that is norm here. Shaper, you inspect us at last. I am Danya. Welcome to the Records Hall. I maintain it and train other serviles to attend it. I hope it meets with your approval. What records are stored here? My ancestors were charged by the Shapers to keep records of non-research business on Susha. For years we have done that. It has been difficult. We pulled people away from hunting and farming and trained them to do this work. Sometimes the paper rotted. Then we have recopied them. I'm sure everything here is intact as the Shapers would wish it. I hope our work pleases you. Do your records say what this island is for, or where the Shapers kept their work? Oh no, we should never be trusted with knowledge like that. Only Shapers should have those sort of records. Where did you get the pens and ink? We made them ourselves, she proudly adds. It takes a lot of work. And what exactly can I find here? Inventories of food and tools, lists of serviles and other creations, orders of basic supplies, all dating up to when the Shapers left, so at least a century old, and thus hopelessly outdated. Okay. This is madness. You have wasted all this effort maintaining useless records. You should stop. You have done well. You should always do what the Shapers wish, even if it doesn't always seem to make sense. Yeah, I feel like these, some of these options to reply are a little black and white, you know? Like I feel like, you know, in terms of roleplay, I would prefer an option somewhere between this and saying this is madness. Like, because these people have, like, they seem to, I mean, it varies, but they, like, basically worship Shapers. We are the very first Shaper they've ever met. It feels like saying something like this is a little, like, you know, could sort of shatter their world. I'm just going to leave it there. Because I want to get a better feel before you know, I'm not trying to disrupt this whole place. Like, if this is working for them, it's working for them. I don't know, like, it's sort of like, I like to have all the information before I act, and if they're not giving me a reason to act sooner, then there's no reason to be hasty, you know? You keep records. Do you know much about the history of Susha Island? Very little. The records are, well, we don't really understand them, but I have gathered a little bit of knowledge. Do you know anything about the canister I've been finding? They are changing me. I know that they were discovered here. Our records have mentions of their construction and use. They are capable of rewriting the very code of life, hidden deep within your being. The Shapers stopped making them. Then they fled this island. I do not know why. Oh, okay. She looks at you closely. Shaper, you have been using them, haven't you? Though I have never seen one of you, you look strange to me. She fetches an old mirror, worn and cracked, and shows you your face. She is right. You have changed. There is a cold look in your eyes, and you think that you can see a faint glow underneath your skin. Very strange. That's concerning. Alright. I guess those canisters aren't too normal. Which they are, bright green glowing liquid things, and... okay. Do you know why this island was barred, or what it was used for? We can't say. Such records weren't kept here. However, we have spent many years copying and recopying these records, and we noticed a few odd things. Go on. Huge amounts of supplies were moved around this island when it was operational. Many Shapers came and left. The three Shapers who directed things were, let's record this, Defniel, Karada, and Danet. What they were doing or why they left, I have no idea. I am so sorry. I can tell you, though, who has more records. Paper servile should not have. His name is Toivo. He is a foul taker in Kaz. He jealously guards the most valuable records of the Shapers, even the locations of their most useful artifacts. To learn more, find him. Alright. I think that's all. So, I wonder if they were like... What were they like, creating the canisters here and they shouldn't have been? And then they, like, Shapers were coming here to like boost up their powers illegally or something crazy? I don't know what's going on there. There's dodgy stuff all around, but I'm loving the lore. Like, I like that it's bringing the past, but there's obviously everything that's going on here. It's like, yeah, it's good stuff. And I need to make a quick awkward cut, I think, because my battery is actually dying on my recorder, so I will be back in a second or something. Okay, I think that should be all good. Sorry about that. It started like it had half a battery originally, but yeah, it started flashing, so swapped it out. Should be all good. And I think we've talked to everybody except Rydell, surprisingly. Didn't take quite as long as I was expecting. Yeah, someone in there. Blade dude. Yeah, I don't think anyone's been missed. Which, yeah, I still get the feeling Valkyrie felt larger than this. Absolutely. But anyway, let's chat with Rydell. Actually, can we go in here first? Ooh, lag. Ooh, what the fuck? Oh, that was weird. Got a real big lag spike there. Can we... Oh, 10 living tools. Jeez. Okay, we can go upstairs. I think this is the... I don't remember actually using any stairs previously. I'm sure we haven't, I'm just forgetting, but... Okay, I guess this is just... bedrooms or something? Nothing sinister going on up here. Got a chest. Okay, ooh. That looked like something. I don't think we'll be thieves right now. Not off the table, but... we don't really need to, I don't think, at the moment. Alright, and what about this one? Oh, right, no, that's the... Right. Okay. Let's give a quick save again. I don't know what was with that lag spike. Okay, Leader Rydell. Coffee. You face the leader of Pentil, an old servile sitting on his throne. You are trained to look at creations and evaluate their mental state. You have never met a creation so conflicted. Okay. Finally, says Shaper, I have heard of your arrival. I am awed and grateful that you have returned to us at last. I am Rydell. I am the leader of the Obeyers, the only sect that has stayed steadfast and true to you. We know that you are alone here. Rogues hunt you, as they do us all. We hope that you have come to assist us, and to reward us for our obedience. He watches you expectantly. Okay. Oh, that's, your obedience pleases me. I'll look after you. I don't need your obedience. I would rather you act freely. Yeah, see, this is like, I feel so weird about it, because I feel like that's partly there, but... yeah, it's all just so weird here. I don't know how to take it. I sort of want to play it carefully if there isn't... but I feel like there's something more sinister to these. I feel like it's, you know, I don't trust Rydell. Just, I don't know. I don't like how Serviles on Susha Island have developed. I need to take control. I am just passing through. I don't want to get involved. Well, I've already kind of got myself involved with shit, so... your obedience pleases me. I'll look after you. See, I don't need your obedience. I would rather you act freely. Yeah, I mean, that's more honest to me, frankly. The Servile spent many years in command, plotting and scheming. He has now come face to face with what he has worshipped for many years. Awe and cunning fight within him, as he tries to decide how we deal with you. Rydell is confused. What? Have there been changes? In the way of Servile? I mean, we have been out of contact for a long time. What do you want to do here, Shaper? We Obeyers can provide shelter and information. We only need to hear what you want. That's an interesting... plotting and scheming. Okay. I want to learn more of the Obeyers. Gladly, Shaper. My life is centered around our beliefs. I think they will be pleasing to you. We want nothing but to show your kind the obedience we owe to you as our creators. We hope one day that you will be able to convince you to support us. Tell me more of the Obeyers' beliefs. It will be simple, Shaper, for our beliefs are exactly those of you and your people. You are our creators. Were we not there, and then we were, through your will. We were not there, and then we were, through your will. The Awakened says that our debt to you for our creation has been paid off. This is not true. Even if it can be paid, it will take many, many more years of true obedience and service. Note, however, that we only serve the true Shapers, who follow the Shaper's true beliefs. Yeah, that's the part that gets quite... What does that mean? If we feel that a Shaper has been twisted from the will of its kind, we will not obey. And who exactly decides what the true belief is? Like, it's... Okay, when should serviles be allowed to ignore the Shapers? I am impressed by your wisdom and self-control in the face of adversity. You deserve to be rewarded for your loyalty. You have not done the right thing. You owed us no obedience when we left. You should have used your freedom to develop your own beliefs. True Shapers, how can you decide whether a Shaper's beliefs are valid or not? That's the one I'm more curious about. It is a difficult question, and one we have much discussed. We owe obedience to true Shapers, but not false ones. What do we do if two Shapers say different things? For now, we decide to follow what the Shapers taught us before they left. It is best we can do. When should serviles be allowed to ignore the Shapers? Someday, perhaps. Maybe the debt for our creation can be paid. That will be for our Shapers to decide, though, not us. Okay. I am impressed by your wisdom and self-control in the face of adversity. You deserve to be rewarded for your loyalty. That's less hard on the whole weird shit. Like, that's true. I mean, they have been loyal, but their version of serving, like, the stuff over with Blade, the fact that they seem to just, like, get takers and just, like, execute them or something, as it seemed to be, like, I just don't know if I'm going to suddenly make enemies of them. This is what I'm not sure how to gauge this, because the whole, like, true belief stuff, it's like, if I say this, are they going to suddenly be like, you're not the true type of Shaper, and suddenly we have a whole town against this? Like, I'm just not sure how to... You have not done the... I feel, again, it feels they're so... They feel like they're very black and white. I feel like there should be more options, a little bit more... Something a little bit on the middle, which I guess is very Fence City, like, but I don't know. I just feel like it sort of delves right into either side like this. Honestly, like, again, I'm more inclined this way. But I also feel like I have no place to even say this. Like, I'm just a random person who's not even a full Shaper. Or I was in training and shit, you know? I feel like even if this should, if it didn't have the first sentence, I would feel better with it. Like, if he just said, you owed us no obedience for that, you should have used your freedom to develop your own beliefs. I'm going to go with this, because I can't, if I exit this, it's not going to go on. With some of them, I just haven't, you know, I don't know, I don't know if this may just look like I'm just being indecisive, which it would be a fair criticism. Got to make a choice and all that. But yes, I feel like this. They owed us no obedience once we left. Rydell thinks about your response, trying to decide whether you're a true Shaper. I heard your words, Shaper, but I don't believe them. You have made us doubt whether you are a true Shaper, deserving of our obedience. Oh well, you know, it is what it is, because this place is really weird, so... Rydell stares at you, taking in every detail. He is in awe. He followed the Shapers all his life, but you are the first one he has ever seen. Yes, Shaper, we obeyers are eager to obey. You notice a pair of wands hang from his belt, probably in case of a road raid. Tell me of this village. This is the largest servile settlement on Susha. We have worked hard to make it so. We wanted to be ready for when the Shapers return. Still, we face many threats. It has been hard. How have you obeyed us in our absence? Yeah. For each of the tasks the Shapers have serviles perform, we have one group which carries it out. We train a new generation to serve as the ancestors have served. Please, Shaper, speak with the serviles here. Note their skill and loyalty. Our loyalty has made us strong and prosperous. Tell me about the rogues. I would, but I think you would best learn of the threats which face us from those who must deal with them directly every day. Find McCall, he can tell you much. And Shaper, if you are feeling merciful and kind, please help us. Recently, our difficulties have been great. I have another question. I want to discuss the affairs on this island with you. And I do. Of course, Shaper, I wish I had better news. There are outsiders on this isle, invaders. We do not know where they come from or what they want. If we knew you were a true Shaper and not a rebel, we could share information with you. You would have to be our ally first, though. Similar to what down here said. If you are obeyers, shouldn't you obey me now by helping me? A fair question. I am curious about this, though. I want to leave an island. Where can I find a boat? Rydell looked startled. After centuries of waiting for Shaper's turn, it did not occur to him that, upon your return, you would immediately want to leave. Still, he is obedient. I do not generally think of such things, but I heard Pixley speak of a boat recently. She's in a town somewhere. If you're obeyers, shouldn't you obey me now by helping me? But we don't know if you truly follow the laws of the Shapers. If you are on Susha Island for forbidden reasons, sharing information with you might help you. If you were to become our ally, we would know that we could trust you. Rydell is cunning for a servile. For all his obedience to your kind, he is determined to get assistance for his people. So he doesn't have as much of like that concern I mentioned about having someone who's really manipulating all these people, but it might be more a generational thing. Like over time, they've just sort of got so warped on it that they have this idea of the true Shaper goal, and I don't know, it just... Yeah, although to be fair, and I think it is a fair point to point out, it doesn't sound like Shapers are very good people. Like I'm sure with all cases of any sort of class, there's always going to be good people in the mix. But it sounds like Shapers are rather authoritarian leaders who don't want their power touched. Like especially that line about how people who don't have Shaper powers but learn them will be killed or whatever it was. Like that was a really significant line. How valuable is this information? Ryder's voice is grim. Shaper, horrible things have been happening on Susha Island. The highest crimes against your kind. You sense that he truly believes what he is saying. We can help you destroy a dark power. First though, we must be absolutely sure you won't claim that power for your own. That part's at least understandable. That is all, I guess. Goodbye, Shaper. We'll continue to obey your people the best that we can. Okay. Yeah, alright, I guess that's... wow. Really a lot to take in from here at Pentil, like, for real. Obey's reminder, every moment of happiness you ever have is because of the Shapers, and sadness too. All satisfaction at work before properly performed is because of a Shaper, and is owed. The joys of food, of children, of song, all come from the Shapers, and can be taken if one is wise. All wisdom and guidance from the Shapers. Shaper errors only lead to purer truth. All protection comes from the Shapers. The Shapers are the greatest of powers. You must be thankful or you must obey. All comes from the Shapers. Yeah, this... I didn't get any better impressions from that. This place is weird. I don't like the Obeyers. I don't trust them. Like, this whole, like, true Shaper thing and all that. It's like, the fact that they just... I mean, obviously, to be fair, this is... Like, this looks bad, but I think until we know more about the Takers, this is hard to judge, because the Takers do seem to want to assassinate the Awakened leader, which is also a huge thing going on. But man, like, oof, that's a lot to take in. Currently, I'm still inclined, again, it's all about information to me. Like, I'm a visitor on this island. I need a good reason to get involved. I have no reason to just fundamentally shake up their society and the way they've been living. Like, this is all weird and everything, but on a personal level, it's like, why am I getting involved? You know? Now, I don't mind helping out, clearing bridges and all this kind of stuff. I get XP, I might find some canisters. Granted, they might be turning me into a monster, but nonetheless, you know, there's some benefits for me. I obviously need to find a boat if I ever want to get away from here. So, you know, doing a few favors, getting some information, you know, that all works. XP is good for my training. But as for joining a side so far, I certainly don't see any reason I would want to join the Obeyers. Like, it seems like the only reason you join the Obeyers is if you're really gonna sort of play into that role of being above them and wanting them to, you know what I mean? And I'm just not that into that. So far, I like the Awakened a lot more. I don't know if something dodgy is gonna happen with them, but they just seem very rational. Like, I didn't get any weird vibes from them. They seem to be for free trade and stuff, you know, fair exchange of goods. Just, you know, good principles, frankly. But yeah, so seeing the Obeyers is like, oof. But then the Takers want to assassinate them, so the Takers just sort of, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see when we manage to get there. It's just, I feel like there's really a lot to sort of sink in and think about. There's yeah, it's sort of crazy stuff, and obviously that's beside the point of whatever's going on this island, where I assume maybe there or there could be where some shit's going on. And obviously, like, who attacked us, and Phew, yeah, it's sort of a lot to take in. I think we're going to leave it there for today, though. As I expected, it actually did, despite there being actually a few less than I expected, it took quite a while to get through all the people here. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. I hope you have enjoyed, despite us sort of just hanging around the town for this one. But, I think that's a part of it, We'll probably end up being in a few different areas and combat for the next few episodes. So, it sort of gets mixed up in that way. But yeah, I think this is something I'm gonna have to sort of let all this soak in. I think it's there's just so many little things to think about, and weigh up, and yeah, there's a lot to it. But I guess to start off the next one, we'll probably head back to Vikiri so we can have a chat to Cole, and then I guess we'll be working on these, and I guess separately because I don't know if we. Did we make a note? I don't know, but the point what I was trying to make there is there was the one who mentioned, or Pixley mentioned, I think, actually. Was it? Pixley or Natalie? One of them. Pixley, I think, did, yeah. Mentioned about the boat stuff, so that's also another thing, other than the fact we have 3 quests, which the clearing bridge will probably be, yeah, I'm guessing it'll be these first, which, so it's the woods south of Pentil, and that is Thorny Wood. So, Thorny Wood, don't know where Thorny Wood is actually. Right, let's check these actually. Just before we finish up, we'll see what these areas are. So, that goes to Wooded Valley. Okay. And this one, what does this go to? Not there, a little bit further. I also consider, I guess, how many do we have? 12. Yeah, since I'm not inclined to really join these guys, we may want to try and stack up our tools so that we can actually open these couple of things. Because what they're hiding in there will be a curious thing too. And Pentil East. Oh wow, that's quite a jump up. So there's probably only that, and then you go to the bridge then or something. But I'm going to assume that something goes off there. Oh right, the find source of Lish, that's... Oh, that actually, yeah, it shows the quest, right. Okay. It still says to find Pixley. Like, I don't know if it's just, like, quests don't update in that way, or... Oh. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, apparently there's an outpost here. Okay. Let's go back to there. Yeah, because I definitely talk to Pixley as needed, so I don't know if they just don't update in that way, or... But yeah, we have quite a few places to go, like, because we got over here as well. We sort of just skipped over that. I don't know if there's any reason to go there. Like, I guess I guess any of these places have the potential for canisters and things, so I don't know if maybe we want to sort of work towards the quests. Then once we've got them covered, before we move on to, say, the bridge to the next area, we clear off any of these we haven't been to. We could, also maybe head back here to see if that's more accessible now, though it's still maybe a bit beyond us. I don't think we've only gained a couple levels since then, but... Yeah, I think that's enough rambling about things for now. Yeah, I think that'll do it. I don't know what we're actually going to do other than we'll go to Vikiri to talk to Cole next time, but then I'm not sure which way we'll go. I'm just sort of going to let all this ruminate a little, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and let me know if you have any suggestions or want me to do anything specific. Or, I'm certainly open to it. As long as we can survive it, then that's good enough reason to take the suggestion. Let me know if you have any ideas for names for Fiora. He hasn't earned it yet, but once, he did pretty well, but, next time, next area maybe. And yeah, alright, I'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a good day, and bye-bye.